A lot of influencers and content creators will promote products and services for the new year, but you do not need to buy anything. The year is quickly drawing to a close, and many people are pondering what to do in the new year when it comes to fitness and their fitness goals. And some of you watching this video may actually be new to the realm of fitness and may be feeling a bit lost right now, because oftentimes when the January 1st comes around, a very common resolution for people to create is, I'm going to get fitter, I'm going to do something, or I'm going to change my life in some means surrounding the realm of fitness or working out. This is a video to hopefully give you a bit of a direction regarding what you need to do in preparation for that, and how to really begin your fitness journey. There are a few points you've got to think about when you're starting your fitness journey. None of them are mandatory, some are just simply things I would recommend. And I've put together 5 primary points that, despite there being many others to consider, I deem these to be 5 very important ones, and 5 points which I believe are commonly overlooked when people do start about the beginning of a new journey. Throughout this video, you may see B-roll of me training on screen, but besides that, I'm just going to talk and give my thoughts and opinions, and hopefully that can benefit at least somebody. The first things you need to kind of identify when you're starting your fitness journey is, first of all, you need to identify what do you want to achieve, and I think you also need to identify why do you want to achieve it. So these obviously come into the realm of goals. So what are you hoping to achieve from starting this journey in the new year? Is that to maybe lose a bit of weight, to gain a bit of weight, to get a bit stronger, to get a bit leaner, to get a bit more muscular? What is it that you are looking to achieve? But then also ask yourself, why do you want to achieve it? Is this because you want to achieve it because your parents have told you to do so, your friends have pressured you into it, or perhaps you actually just really want this for yourself? The reason why I think asking the why is very important is because sometimes when people don't have a why that really comes from them, they often struggle to stick to the goal, which can often leave people feeling very disheartened and disappointed that they didn't stick to it when they said they would. And that's nothing to be ashamed of, because it's very important to ensure that whatever you're trying to do and whatever you're trying to change is for you. The second thing to consider is, how are you going to get there? Do you have a coach perhaps? Are you going to hire a PT? Do you already know a bit about training? Are you going to try and just wing it on your own? What is the journey you're going to follow to get to that destination? And you've got so many options out there. Like I said, you can look at getting a coach, you can look at hire a PT, you can look at programs online, you can look at YouTube videos, you've got so many options. When it comes to free content, I think, for example, Caroline, which I will link on screen, is probably one of the better home workout creators if you think that you want to work out at home. When it comes to gym-based content and things around resistance training, outside of myself obviously, there's a bit of bias there, I think individuals like Ryan Dewars and JPG Coaching on TikTok are very good individuals to follow. Another creator to consider is Meg Squats, who's a very good woman to follow in the realm of gym-based content. So we're ticking a lot of boxes, you've got a lot of options. When it comes to a more structured approach, you have options there as well. Obviously, I've got the TFNL Growth Guide, which is a workout guide and plan I've put together, which is always going to be linked in the description. And conveniently, there's only 1 week left of the 20% off introductory sale. On top of that, I'm going to be releasing community coaching in the new year, which is going to be a subscription service that is likely cheaper than your Netflix subscription. That will give you access to programs which I will update accordingly for everybody to follow as a team and as a community. But again, those are options you don't need. They're simply nice to have. The next question to ask is, does your home or gym have access to the bits and bobs you need to help you achieve your goals? And for most people, that's actually probably not a lot. A lot of people have this idea that they need to go to this amazingly kitted out gym with all the fancy bits and bobs, when the reality is you can actually get a really effective workout done at home with your body weight, especially if you're starting out. On top of that, if you want to progress, dumbbells, bands can be fantastic and aren't horrendously expensive. But if you go to a gym, you don't need to spend a lot of money on an expensive gym. Go to a gym because of how it makes you feel, not because of the equipment it has access to. So well and good having an amazing gym with loads of cool kit, but if you don't like the gym because something feels off and you aren't a fan of the environment or the community, then that's probably not a gym you're going to thrive in. Prioritize community and gym environment before you prioritize machinery and equipment. Go somewhere that makes you feel safe, confident and happy. If you're like me, you may experience some gym anxiety, which I know probably sounds quite surprising considering I've been in the gym environment for 12 years now, but I do experience quite bad gym anxiety, especially within new gyms. And that's something that often prevented me from exploring different gyms or maybe following my workout how I should have, because I was a bit anxious surrounding how certain bits and bobs worked. The usual gym anxiety things, which is partly why I said the gym environment and the gym community matters, because things like that can really help alleviate the anxiety you may have. And it should be noted that gym anxiety is very normal and it's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed most of. As I mentioned, I do experience gym anxiety, and I have experienced horrendous gym anxiety in the past. I've had panic attacks in gyms, I've had to leave gyms due to said panic attacks. There have been many instances where I've been a bit almost disheartened and ashamed because I wasn't able to train due to the anxiety I felt in that gym. That anxiety faded, and eventually it wasn't a problem anymore, but I found it particularly apparent when I was embarking on a new gym journey. But what really helped me with that was going in with a structured plan, knowing exactly what I was going to do, when I was going to do it, and how I was going to do it. In addition to going in with a friend, sometimes it can be really beneficial going in with a training partner, a sibling, a friend, whoever it may be, and just having someone there for a bit of support, especially if you aren't sure how certain bits of equipment work. In addition to that, the PTs and the instructors at the gym will likely offer you a free induction session, which again, I'm not saying every PT in the world is worth investing in, but some of them will certainly be good enough just to get you started and help alleviate the initial anxiety you may be experiencing. So there are certainly options when it comes to overcoming that anxiety. Which kind of goes on to the last point, which is, are you supported? Are the people around you supporting your journey and supporting this potential lifestyle change? Are the people around you encouraging you to do well and encouraging you to succeed? Or are they questioning what you're doing and maybe holding you back slightly? It's very important being supported by your coach, your trainer, your friends, and your family. Not everyone will understand what you're doing or why you're doing it, but it's key, regardless of that, to encourage them to support you because you're doing what you deem to be best for you. Again, further solidifying the importance of having a good gym community. Some communities within the gym are very accepting and welcoming of people. In all honesty, I don't think I've ever actually encountered a gym community that wasn't accepting and welcoming of me when I went there. Surprisingly, the gyms that you wouldn't expect it from are typically the friendliest. I prefer going to independent gyms rather than chain gyms. And these independent gyms can be perceived as really intimidating from the external perspective. Oftentimes, it's very easy to understand how people can be intimidated by the environment. The reality is, most people are so focused on what they're doing, they don't even realise you're there. And if they do realise you're there, 99.9% of the time, they either don't care or they just respect the fact that you're there and you're trying. Although I train alone and prefer training alone, when I go to the gym, it's like I've got 15 different training partners there because I'll always have someone to say hi to, I'll have someone to shake hands with, I'll have somebody to hug. And if I need a spot, I'll get a spot. If I'm doing something wrong, they'll tell me I'm doing something wrong. Or if I need someone to push me, they'll help push me. If I just want someone to talk to or someone to ask questions to, they'll always be there. The gym can be a really supportive and really welcoming community, especially if you find a good one. And surprisingly, a lot of them are actually pretty good. I've had far more good encounters in the gym than I ever have negative encounters, which certainly says a lot about the gym environment and the community. If you are feeling particularly anxious about the gym, or if you have any questions you are a bit uncertain about that you don't know who to ask, please just drop me a DM. I'll do my best to help alleviate your anxiety, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have. We've got a few honourable mentions, as this is something I think is quite key. Especially around the new year, you'll see a lot of influencers and content creators pushing a bunch of products. Obviously, I've already mentioned my growth guide and community coaching. Do you need to purchase it? Absolutely not. And that's kind of the point of going into. A lot of influencers and content creators will promote products and services for the new year. Understandable, it's a big time of year for the fitness community. I get it. I've just done it myself. But you do not need to buy anything. And please never feel pressure to buy anything. Whether it's me promoting it or another content creator promoting it, you do not need to spend any money. You do not need any equipment. You do not need any supplements. All you need is a body. Sure, some equipment and some supplements are nice to have and they can certainly enhance your training, but are they needed? Absolutely not. You can likely achieve the results you want to achieve without any of those things. I simply use equipment and take supplements to aid me in that journey of achieving what I want to achieve. Never mandatory, never necessary, but sometimes nice to have, only if you want them, but never feel like you need them. Those are just my thoughts and my opinions. Please drop me a comment in the comment section surrounding your top tips when it comes to starting your fitness journey and what you would recommend people consider before embarking on that journey themselves. If you've made it this far, I'm going to tickle something to you. Obviously, I've mentioned the community coaching, which is going to be coming out hopefully next week, but we'll see. I'll keep everyone updated. But there's also one more thing I want to tickle. Well, how do you feel about more in the gym content from me? Maybe some mic'd up content where I will train with a mic on and you can hear what I'm saying. I can maybe talk to the camera while I'm training. Some more original gym footage from me where I can talk a bit more about what I'm doing. It's something I'm tickling and I want to know if you're keen as well. Now we're very quickly going to crack on with the comment question of the week. This is regarding progressive overload. In my opinion, this is a strange question, but how often do you change the weight of dumbbells and barbells? As often as you are able to. Every session, I'm trying to do either one more rep or one more kilo. Am I always able to achieve that? Absolutely not. Sometimes it may take 2 or 3 weeks perhaps for me to progress, but I'm always trying. So I would say when it comes to the realm of progressive overload, every week try your best, but don't expect to make a change every week. And progressive overload is very important and fundamental when it comes to achieving your results, especially in the realm of building muscle. That is it. That is the video. If you like this video, please let me know you like the video by liking the video and perhaps by tickling the red button down below to subscribe to the channel, and maybe also tickling tickling that bell next to it so you get notified when I upload every week, twice a week. And if you too have a question you want me to answer at the end of the next video, then please do consider drop it down below in the comment section for the comment question of the week, and I shall do so. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for tolerating the final week of the 20% off offer on the growth guide, and thank you for tolerating the video.